I guess it's a good thing that Miss Mortian isn't red rum. By you leaving me this comment, all you're doing is telling me that you either A, grew up as a Christian and just now realized that you are an atheist and you still have a whole lot more religious trauma and conditioning to unpack and unlearn. You have just started your deconstruction phase. Or that you've been an atheist your entire life and you chose to be deliberately ignorant of where your beliefs or lack thereof came from, and also you chose to completely ignore, I don't know, women's health, women's reproductive organs, women's rights, and just how women think and feel and perceive the world. Either way, all you're doing is telling me that you don't believe in the God version of white supremacy, but you still believe in some version of supremacy because you think that you should be able to decide what happens in another woman's uterus, in another human's organs. All you're telling me is that you entirely disrespect women so much so that you think that you should be able to vote to force them to stay in a pregnancy against their God-given free will, going through the traumatic event of the pregnancy, and because it's very risky, if they survive, they will have to go through the labor and hope they survive that also. And let's not forget, a lot of women have complications in postpartum and do pass away. All you're doing is telling me that you think you should be able to vote to take away another person's freedom and bodily autonomy and force them to be an incubator to create more humans for the system against their free will. All you're doing is telling me that you think that you should be able to create laws to force submission upon somebody else. All you're doing is telling me that you think you should be able to control another human's body. Truly, 100% honesty here, okay? When you tell me that you are a pro-life atheist, all you're doing is telling me that you don't like Christian fascism, but you do like fascism. That you don't like the concept of God controlling and punishing human bodies, but you do like the concept of males controlling and punishing women's bodies. You're telling me you don't think God should be able to tell the humans what to do, but you think that you should have the right to tell a woman what to do. That you don't want to ban Miss Martians because of God, per se, but you want to ban Miss Martians because you think men should be able to dictate what happens inside of a woman's uterus. You're telling me you don't like the concept of God, but you also don't like the concept of science and science experiments and lived experiences.